But his heart went pop inside the little shop when a lovely girl.
Please tell me, Lou, what do you let?
Before rock and roll took over America, there was 1954, a year when radios filled homes, jukeboxes ruled diners, and a single song could become a memory for an entire generation. But here's the question. Have we forgotten some of the greatest songs ever recorded? These artists may have had only one unforgettable moment, but their music created memories that lasted a lifetime.
My darling dear, love you all the time.
And tell him that his lonesome nights are over.
I would curse from a birthday.
I fell for you, and I...
Some fans believe these songs represent the true golden age of American music, while others say they were simply forgotten hits from another time. Today, we're counting down 15 one-hit wonders from 1954 we'll never forget, including 2 legendary songs that still spark debate today. So turn up the volume, take a trip back in time, and let's rediscover the songs America never truly forgot. Number 15, Sincerely, The Moonglows. Released in 1954, Sincerely by the Moonglows became one of the most beautiful examples of early doo-wop music. With smooth harmonies, heartfelt vocals, and a romantic melody, the song captured the emotions of young love during a changing era in American music. Played on jukeboxes, radios, and record players across the country, Sincerely became a favorite among teenagers and couples looking for a song that expressed their deepest feelings.
All you gotta do is be mine, 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 mine.
The group's powerful harmonies helped define the sound that would influence future generations of rock and roll artists. Although the Moonglows never reached the same level of success again, this unforgettable recording secured their place in music history. For many listeners, Sincerely remains a timeless reminder of the magical days of 1950s romance and doo-wop. Number 14, Earth Angel, The Penguins.
I'm just a fool in love.
Few songs from the early days of doo-wop are as instantly recognizable as Earth Angel. Released in 1954 by the Penguins, this romantic ballad became one of the defining sounds of the era. With its gentle harmonies, emotional vocals, and dreamy atmosphere, the song captured the innocence of young love during the 1950s. Teenagers played it on jukeboxes, danced to it at sock hops, and shared the record with someone special.
Earth angel, please.
Although some fans debate whether the Penguins should truly be called a one-hit wonder because of this song's enormous influence, there is no denying its legendary status. Earth Angel helped shape the sound of early rock and roll and continues to remind listeners of a magical era when 4 voices and a simple melody could create something unforgettable.
If I ever needed you, I need you now.
Number 13, I Need You Now, Eddie Fisher.
No day or night goes by when I don't have.
In 1954, Eddie Fisher's I Need You Now became one of the memorable romantic ballads heard across America. The song showcased the smooth vocal style that dominated early 1950s pop music, a time when singers delivered emotional performances through powerful radio broadcasts and vinyl records. Fisher's warm voice and heartfelt delivery connected with millions of listeners who appreciated traditional love songs.
I can ease my aching heart, honey, you know how.
While Eddie Fisher had several successful recordings during his career, I Need You Now remains one of the standout songs associated with this particular moment in music history. For those who remember the early days of television, radio lounges, and family record players, this song represents the elegant and sentimental side of 1954. It is a reminder of a period before rock and roll completely transformed popular music.
Well, don't think I'm trying not to learn.
Number 12, Teach Me Tonight, the DeCastro Sisters.
If a shooting star goes by.
Teach Me Tonight became one of the most memorable vocal group recordings of 1954, thanks to the beautiful harmonies of the DeCastro Sisters. The song blended romance, sophistication, and the smooth pop style that defined the early 1950s. Their voices created a charming atmosphere that fit perfectly with slow dances, evening radio programs, and record collections across America.
Should the teacher stand so near my love?
Before rock and roll changed the music landscape, songs like this dominated living rooms and jukeboxes everywhere. Although the DeCastro Sisters did not continue with another massive crossover hit, Teach Me Tonight preserved their place in music history. Decades later, the song remains a nostalgic reminder of an era when vocal harmony groups could turn a simple love song into a timeless memory.
Oh, if you a guy who's had a guy, and each and every point.
Number 11, Cross Over the Bridge, the Chords.
Cross over the bridge, cross over the bridge, cross over the bridge.
Cross Over the Bridge by The Chords brought together the emotional style of rhythm and blues with the rising popularity of vocal group music in 1954. The song featured beautiful harmonies and a passionate performance that reflected the changing sound of American music. During this period, teenagers were discovering new styles through radio stations, jukeboxes, and neighborhood record shops.
Keep your little past behind you, true romance will find you.
The Chords helped introduce audiences to the soulful group sound that would later influence doo-wop and early rock and roll. While they never achieved another hit of the same magnitude, this recording remains a hidden treasure for fans of 1950s music. Cross Over the Bridge represents a fascinating moment when traditional pop, R&B, and the future sounds of rock were beginning to come together.
Le scarpine per ballare, ballare, balleremo tutti.
Number 10, The Little Shoemaker, the Gaylords.
The shoemaker shop, this refrain would never stop as he tapped away, working on.
Released in 1954, The Little Shoemaker became one of the most charming and unusual hits of the year. Performed by the Gaylords, the song combined a cheerful melody with a European folk influence that made it stand apart from many traditional pop recordings of the era. Its playful arrangement and memorable chorus quickly caught the attention of radio listeners across America.
To set my feet a dancing, dancing, dancing all my cares away.
Families gathered around their radios, and teenagers discovered new favorites through jukeboxes and record players. Although the Gaylords enjoyed some success, The Little Shoemaker remains the song most closely connected with their name. Today, it represents a simpler musical period when a catchy tune, a warm vocal performance, and a little imagination could create a nationwide sensation. It is one of those forgotten 1954 treasures that brings back the feeling of early post-war America.
I know a dark, secluded place, a place
Number 9, Hernando's Hideaway, Archie Blyer.
at the Golden Finger Bowl or any place you go.
Hernando's Hideaway was one of the most distinctive songs of 1954, bringing a mysterious and theatrical sound to American pop music. Recorded by Archie Blyer, the song became famous for its dramatic rhythm, unusual melody, and unforgettable atmosphere. Unlike ordinary love songs of the time, it felt like a scene from a movie, transporting listeners to another world. The song became popular through radio broadcasts and record sales during a period when musical theater influences were still extremely powerful. Although Archie Bleyer was respected in the music industry, this recording became his signature hit. For many listeners who grew up during this era, hearing Hernando's Hideaway brings back memories of old variety shows, family gatherings, and the golden age of 1950s entertainment.
Oh baby mine, oh baby mine.
Number 8. I Get So Lonely When I Dream About You, The Four Nights.
If you were there,
We two could hug and kiss and never tire.
The Four Nights delivered one of the most memorable vocal group performances of 1954 with I Get So Lonely When I Dream About You. The song featured smooth harmonies, emotional vocals, and the romantic style that defined the early years of post-war pop music. At a time when families still gathered around radios and young couples shared slow dances, songs like this became the soundtrack of everyday life.
Arms about you, life would be so fair.
The group's polished vocal arrangement helped them stand out among many talented performers of the decade. Although the Four Nights did not achieve another major hit on the same scale, this recording remains an important piece of 1950s music history. It represents an era when harmony groups could capture deep emotion with nothing more than voices and a beautiful melody.
My children, this old house once knew my wife. This old house
Number 7. This Old House, Stuart Hamblin.
about, but ain't gonna need this house no longer. Ain't gonna need this house.
This Old House became one of the most recognizable songs of 1954 thanks to Stuart Hamblin's heartfelt performance and its uplifting message. The song mixed country influences with traditional pop, creating a sound that appealed to a wide audience across America. Its lyrics about memories, home, and moving on connected with listeners who valued family, faith, and simple life experiences.
And ain't gonna need this house no longer. Ain't gonna need this house no.
During the 1950s, many people found comfort in songs that told meaningful stories, and This Old House became exactly that kind of recording. Although Stuart Hamblin had a long career in music and radio, this song remains his most remembered mainstream success. Decades later, it continues to represent the warmth and nostalgia of a generation that found joy in honest lyrics and timeless melodies.
Oh, let me go,
Number 6. Let Me Go, Lover, Joan Weber.
please turn me loose, what's the use, let
Joan Weber's Let Me Go, Lover became one of the biggest surprises of 1954. The song was recorded during a time when many singers competed for attention on radio and television, yet Weber's emotional performance quickly captured the hearts of listeners. Her powerful voice and dramatic delivery gave the song a sense of heartbreak and urgency that stood out from other pop recordings of the era.
You don't want me, but you want me to go.
Released when romantic ballads dominated the charts, it became a memorable moment in early 1950s music. However, Joan Weber was unable to repeat the same level of success afterward, making this recording her defining achievement. Today, Let Me Go, Lover remains a fascinating example of how one unforgettable song could create a brief but lasting place in music history.
Mr. Sandman,
Number 5. Mr. Sandman, The Chordettes.
Mr. Sandman. Yes? Bring us a dream, give him a bed.
Few songs from the 1950s capture innocence and charm quite like Mr. Sandman. Released by the Chordettes in 1954, this doo-wop-influenced classic became famous for its beautiful harmonies, playful lyrics, and instantly recognizable opening. The song reflected the optimistic spirit of the decade, when teenagers listened to radio stations, collected records, and dreamed about romance and the future.
Turn on your magic beam. This is
The Chordettes created a sound that was both simple and unforgettable, making Mr. Sandman one of the most beloved songs of the era. Although the group had other recordings, this song became their defining legacy. Even today, those first few notes can transport listeners back to sock hops, jukeboxes, and a time when vocal harmony groups ruled American popular music. Number 4. The Happy Wanderer, Frank Weir and his orchestra. The Happy Wanderer brought a completely different feeling to the music scene of 1954. Performed by Frank Weir and his orchestra, the song introduced American listeners to a cheerful European folk style filled with energy and optimism. Its lively rhythm and memorable melody made it popular on radio programs and helped it stand out among the romantic ballads dominating the charts. The song represented the international influence entering American entertainment during the post-war years. While Frank Weir did not become a household name with multiple major hits, The Happy Wanderer secured its place as a unique musical memory from 1954. For many listeners, the song recalls family gatherings, television performances, and a period when music could instantly create a feeling of happiness and adventure.
Life could be a dream if I could take you up paradise up above.
Number 3. Shaboom, Life Could Be a Dream. The Chords.
Oh, life could be a dream. Shaboom, if I could take you up in paradise up above.
Shaboom, Life Could Be a Dream, is one of the most important songs from the birth of rock and roll. Released by the Chords in 1954, this doo-wop classic introduced millions of listeners to a new, youthful sound built around harmony, rhythm, and attitude. The catchy Shaboom refrain became unforgettable, appearing on jukeboxes, radios, and dance floors across America.
Oh, life could be a dream. Shaboom, if I could take.
Some fans argue that the Chords should not be considered a one-hit wonder because this song was too influential to be defined that way. That debate is exactly why it remains such a fascinating entry in this countdown. More than 70 years later, Shaboom still represents the excitement of a generation discovering a new musical world. Number 2. Little Things Mean a Lot. Kitty Callan.
They just cost money.
Kitty Callan's Little Things Mean a Lot became one of the most emotional and memorable recordings of 1954. The song focused on small gestures of love and affection, proving that simple ideas could create powerful connections with listeners. Callan's gentle and expressive voice transformed the song into a timeless romantic message that resonated with audiences everywhere.
Don't have to buy me dime.
During an era of slow dances, handwritten letters, and long-distance romance, the song perfectly captured the feelings of everyday love. Although Kitty Callan had a successful career, this recording remains the song most associated with her name. For many people who remember the 1950s, Little Things Mean a Lot brings back memories of a softer musical era when heartfelt lyrics and beautiful melodies dominated American radio.
3 coins in the fountain.
Number 1. 3 Coins in the Fountain. The Four Aces.
3 hearts in the fountain.
At the top of this countdown is 3 Coins in the Fountain by the Four Aces, one of the most unforgettable songs connected with 1954. Inspired by the popular film of the same name, the song captured the romance, dreams, and elegance of the decade. The Four Aces delivered a smooth vocal performance that perfectly matched the golden age of traditional pop music. Its beautiful melody and emotional lyrics made it a favorite on radio stations and record players across America. For many listeners, this song represents a time of classic Hollywood, family entertainment, and unforgettable melodies. While music would soon change dramatically with rock and roll, Three Coins in the Fountain remains a symbol of the sophisticated sound that defined the early 1950s. It is a timeless memory from a remarkable year in music history.
Whoa, life could be a dream. Shaboom, if I could take you up in paradise up above.
A line of don't have to buy me dime.
After traveling back to 1954, one thing becomes impossible to deny. These songs were more than just hits on a chart. They were the soundtrack of a generation, playing from kitchen radios, neighborhood jukeboxes, and record players during some of the most unforgettable years in music history. But now, the real debate begins. Which song from this list do you think deserves to be remembered forever? And we have to ask the big question, should songs like Earth Angel and Shaboom really be called one-hit wonders? Or are they too important to be placed in that category? Let us know your answer in the comments. We want to hear your memories and your opinion. If these forgotten sounds brought back a special moment from the past, please like this video and subscribe to Times Rewind for more incredible music memories. Because great songs may fade from the charts, but they never disappear from our hearts.